What up, YouTube? Big Body Cars here. I figured I'd give you guys an update of my 442 Cutlass 87 Dash modification. I think I showed you guys earlier when I was working on this with my tablet, but I finally got my gauges in and got those installed. I actually ended up going with the Autometer gauges, and I still have the fire tab, so I'll fire this up and show y'all how it works. So let me cut on the power supply, show you the gauges. These are the Autometer 7000 gauges. As you can see, they're all digital. I put the button here that they send you with it. My only gripe is, look how long that button is. Good thing about that is like the half moon, like a car stereo takes. I hadn't found one. I got several radios and amps. I'm gonna look and see if I can find a shorter one, but I just cannot stand how far out that looks. Fiberglass this in. This kit is a universal kit. This is the face that actually comes to it, which I have cut out. I had to extend it over here because it was too short to meet up with that. But I actually fiberglassed it over, rubberized undercoated it, primered it, and then I actually bed lined it like the rest of the dash in the car. And I've test fitted it. Fits pretty good. These are pretty neat gauges though. You've got, I know most of you probably saw these online on somebody else's page, but you've got three different displays to choose from. You got that one. You've got this one. You've got this one, which bummer. This is the only one you can change the color. And what I mean by that, if you go here and you pick that one again, it gives you an option for colors. I'm on gray now. For instance, I can go red. None of the rest of them do that. All the rest of them are preset the way they are. This thing has a USB port on the back of it, so I imagine that eventually you'll be able to do updates on it, because I think that last screen, the first one I showed you, which is the one I like the best, which is this one. If I remember when I first looked these up online, this wasn't even an option. So I believe they added this one, which is what I like. So I still have the tablet, and I made an upgrade to the tablet. When I first put this in, there was no way to get to the power button. As you know, tablet, the power button's on the top, the side of the back. You see, I had to move my two screws. That's how I'm gonna have to mount it. But what I did was I took a toothpick and a piece of wire loom, and right here I have made a button. Voila! So that's my power button. And I'll do that again so y'all can see. You can see I hit it in pretty good, but right there's my button. Push it. That is a toothpick inside of some wire. Like I took the wire out of the rubber part, glued it in place, cut the toothpick to fit. When I dyed it, I overcoated it with the bed liner, and voila, I have a button now, which is great because now I can get to my situation there. As before, this tablet still works like it used to. That's a power music player, which is pretty neat if you guys hadn't seen this yet. So a power music player, you can actually drag the song like that. You can look at me making mistakes. You can actually change the visualization like that. They've got about 100 of those to choose from. I like the way that one looks. You can make it where it's full screen. You can cut it back off. And when I tell you they've got 100 to choose from, it's unreal. It's pretty neat how it searches your music and all that, but that is a pretty good app there if you want to use a music player for your car. But still, I have all the other amenities. So being that this is I've got the car launcher on it, which I've made all my icons what I want them to be. Like I said, I can still do the basic Android tablet if I want to. That's still an option. And I've got all my icons changed. Like that's my Spectrum app, that's my YouTube app, that's my amp player music, that's my VLC to play music videos and views. I've got 128 gig SD card in this, so I don't have to have internet to listen to music. I got Sirius XM, I've got Maps, I've got Deezer, you name it, everything right here. And this works off Bluetooth. And my Sony radio, which I have, is the old CDM M630, I think, with the two faces. With it, you can actually, I put a Bluetooth adapter on it through the aux input, and then you'll do all your sounds from this there. Or you can use that as a basic radio, which is going to be pretty good. And I also have CarPlay, which is using my iPhone here, as you can see. There's Drake playing there. And you can see this is actually using my iPhone, but it is using it wirelessly. The way I'm doing that is through this CarLink Auto box that you get on, I got this one off of eBay, I think I may have give somewhere around, I don't know, I want to say it may have been $60 was a better deal. It's wireless CarPlay, wired Android Auto. You'd have to plug up Android Auto there, but I don't think I need that with the Android tablet. Show you on the back of this how snug of a fit this is. This was fun to do, to say the least. It wasn't horrible, it wasn't bad, but to get that to fit in there, that is, as you can see, I had to make a piece there, had to cut all the way back into there. I actually took the button that they gave me and molded it there. I cut this as the factory cutlass vent in half and bundled it in, fiberglassed it. And then I have a wireless charger here that charges the tablet. And then I get my CarPlay, I don't know if y'all can even see that, through that USB plug there. That plugs to that, which was fun to do too as well. But I actually think it turned out pretty good. It took a lot more time to do this than I thought it would. But I like a lot. The only changes I'm gonna make before this is installed into the car, so you can see this vent hasn't been painted to match that vent, which is painted black. I will paint that one, and then I'm closing this hole here off, and I've got some of those LED buttons. I got some red and some white ones to match the gauges and the display on the radio, because as you can see, my theme is mostly red, gray, and white, so all that'll match up. So I'm gonna pull this back out, paint the vent, shut that hole up, body work it, 3 buttons. It'll be white, red, white, and then it'll be park lights, headlights, interior lights. So I know that's a pretty quick update of what I've done. I'm pretty ecstatic about this. I got this gauge in Thursday and knocked it out pretty quick. It took me a couple of days. It's really cold here right now, so it was hard to do the dyeing process to get all the paint to stick, but I think it turned out pretty good. I'm dying to see what it's going to actually look like in the car with my dash. You know, I molded it to have 2 5 1/4s and 2 super tweeters on the end. I closed the vents off and did holes. I took it out there and test fitted. It looks pretty good. I've test fitted the radio that's going to go below. I've got to figure out what color I'm going to dye this. If y'all got any suggestions, I've actually got some of that hydro dip stuff, but I've never done that before. I got some carbon fiber black and gray. I may give it a try on that smaller piece there, and if it works out, do the rest of it. But just give you guys an update where I was. A little excited that I finally got it done. If you want to buy one of these gauges, the 7000 version, Speedway Motors eBay store has the cheapest price. Amazon fluctuates. I actually missed $100 cheaper on Amazon, debating on if I want to spend that much on them. So I ended up getting them off of Speedway Motors on eBay. They have the cheapest price for the 7000 version, which is the universal version. But that's been a quick update. I just want to let you guys know where I was on my 442 bill, man. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.